Okay, back in the game, and yeah, I stored all of the pole rifle and the ranger sequoia using code. Really simple operation. Just have to check the code and then add them. Okay. I'm not going to wrap up things with the Omertas. I'm going after Benny. We'll have opportunities to do them later on, and I don't want to get sidetracked so heavily again. I thought it might be a minor thing to do before continuing with the main plot, but it went on and on and on with no end in sight, so I don't want to do that again. Not now. Ring-a-ding-ding. Let's confront Benny. We don't really have to confront him though, we need to get the chip from him. I do want to confront him.
Hey, baby doll. Welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. I'm gonna have to ask you to hand over any weapons you might be carrying. Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, they'll be as safe as kittens till you're ready to leave. Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble across any weapons during your stay here, well, just don't wear them openly. You dig? Now that we got that little business out of the way, what can I do to make your Tops experience the tops?
But
Have a good time, baby.
yeah, the Germans are only that they're very polite, very friendly.
Hey, there's the high roller.
Yeah. Hello, Benny. I'm not gonna start trouble in casino.
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove, hey? Smooth moves, smooth. Hello? That broad everyone saw go in the Lucky 38, that was you? Oh, shit.
Seems you need to work on your marksmanship.
I hit what I was aiming for. Guess you had brains to spare. Or you just thick-skulled. Either way, baby, this is good news. Maybe I can finally sleep at night, knowing you didn't die. What say you and me cash out? Go somewheres more private-like. Any questions you got, I'll answer.
Yeah, I think he's trying to get me into a position where he can get me killed, but I also don't want any kind of confrontation here, so it works for me too. Answer my questions now, not later.
It can't work like that, baby. Not out in public like this. You really need me to spell that out?
Okay, what did you have in mind?
To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. You deserve a taste of the VIP lifestyle. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business as usual, then come to you. Any questions you got, I'll answer. Guaranteed.
He's full of shit. He's not gonna come, he's gonna send killers after me. Don't keep me waiting.
Why would I do that, baby? I want to talk to you as much as you want to talk to me. And you dig this is just first base, right? You and me have a future together, and it's big league and open all night. Here's the key to the Prez. I'll see you there in 2 shakes. Ta-ta.
Yes, it's gonna be a group of people attacking us soon, isn't it? Oh, we're ready for them. It's a good way to start trouble. Out of sight of the public. Okay, this isn't the presidential suite. Go in here, really? Clues. This is not Benny's room. Where's Ooh. I guess this is a way to get a weapon here. So we need to go to his room to find some clues.
Baby, this little meet and greet of ours, chalk me up as a no-show. It would be 41 flavors of stupid to let you get a drop on me. And you've caused plenty enough trouble as is. You've forced my hand. Hell, I gotta skip town because of you. A real pain in the caboose.
At least you could do is answer some questions.
A lifelong learner is you, eh? Then make your questions count, because your lifelong is running life short.
What is the platinum chip?
It's the house edge, baby. The key to stacking the odds in his favor. Or was, until I swiped it. There's more to it, but we don't have the time. By which I mean, you don't.
What's your angle? Guess his angle.
Angle? I'm head on, baby. Flat out. All stops pulled, full steam ahead. Side bets are for losers. I'm playing to win.
But I'm not mad. Really, I'm not mad.
Color me unconvinced. The safe bet is to cash you out.
Cheating bastard. But I don't want to say he's a dead man, and I knew he was not going to come anyway. So I wish there was another option, but I don't think it really matters. Yeah, you cheating bastard.
Baby, getting outplayed and getting cheated ain't the same thing. I get it, you're sore. A Crumb's life is painful, full of disappointments.
Yeah, you're a dead man is the only option. That's shitty.
That temper of yours. Kinda why this conversation's taking place over an intercom. Do me a favor and stay dead this time, eh? Good night, all. It's been a gas.
What's over here? Had enough?
Survive the ambush. Benny's sweet key. Presidential sweet key. More keys. Keys, keys, keys. Oh. Where is his room then? It's probably not in a restaurant. Hotel rooms. Cashier's office.
This place is the bee's knees.
What? Knees of the bees. I don't get it. Thirteenth floor. Locked. Yeah, is Benny's room somehow different? Ooh. Yes, man.
Hey! Hi there! Good to meet you. What can I do for you today?
What are you doing here?
Good question! My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network and decode his encrypted transmissions. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm a PDQ-88B Securitron, but you can call me Yes Man.
What kind of name is that?
It's what Benny always called me. Probably because I'm programmed to be so helpful.
So Benny reprogrammed the Securitron all by himself.
Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Freeside. But that's all I remember.
We should visit the fort again. Have you seen Benny?
Sure. He came through here in a big hurry. Didn't even stop to say hello. I think he went down his secret escape elevator out in the hall.
Okay, what is this place?
This is Benny's workshop. When the tops got renovated, he had this half of the floor blocked off for his own use. I guess you could say it's my entire world. I don't think I've ever left this room, but that's okay. I'm not complaining.
Benny stole a platinum chip from me. You know what it is.
Sure. Benny had me look at it a bunch of times. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holotape, but a lot more advanced. As for what's on it, well, some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like the chip could upgrade his defenses somehow. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. You need special hardware to read the data on it. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. The Lucky 38 and an underground facility at Fortification Hill. I'd look there.
What is Benny planning to do with the chip?
Oh, he wants to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational matrix onto the Lucky 38's mainframe. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses, most prominently his Securitrons. And then I just do what Benny tells me. Easy peasy!
You're very forthcoming with this information.
I was programmed to be helpful and answer any questions I was asked. I guess nobody bothered to restrict who I answer questions for. That was probably pretty dumb, huh?
What if I wanted to take over New Vegas instead of Benny?
Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to, but hey, not my fault I can't say no.
What are the details of the plan?
Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. House and install my neurocomputational matrix on the Lucky 38's mainframe. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend that you get to know some of the region's tribes, so you can decide how you feel about them. By the time you finished up all of that, the Legion should be close to attacking Hoover Dam, and we'll execute the last phase of the plan.
say Mr. House was going to suffer an accident. How would that happen?
It makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one has. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the central node of his entire network.
I've been into Lucky 38.
You have? Wow, that's amazing. You can murder Mr. House whenever you want. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was going to get into the Lucky 38, but you already took care of that. Wow. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed a courier for over near Good Springs.
Okay, what do you know about the courier Benny shot?
I knew she was carrying the platinum chip, and I knew right where Benny should wait for her. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all encrypted, of course, but I'm quite a decryptor. Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum chip? Just in the last year alone? Of course you didn't. Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying junk. How about their exact routes and the mercenary teams that screened them? I knew all that. Pretty smart, huh?
Yeah, I'm the courier Benny shot.
I know that's not true, because you still have a head.
I'm serious.
That's not funny, you getting shot in the head. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in how I set that up, huh? I feel really bad right now.
Benny seems to have run off with the platinum chip.
No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way to Fortification Hill. There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right above it. Talk about inconvenient. The platinum chip is the key to overriding and exploiting Mr. House's defenses. Did I just say exploiting? That's not a very nice word.
So, once I get the platinum chip, then what?
I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping him out. Then, when he's not looking, kerpow! The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly what to do with it after all. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even unlock new ones. But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Hard to say. It's up to you. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's mainframe. This is gonna be great. I'm gonna help you accomplish so much, whether I want to or not.
Said something about the bunker at the fort.
Right. It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network with non-standard hardware. My guess is it has a reader that can decode the chip. And who knows what else, maybe a giant robot or something.
I'll go check it out.
Neat. Let me know what you find out.
So I should ask about these tribes if they'll support an independent Vegas.
Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to know these tribes and decide which ones you like and which you don't. You know, shape the future of Vegas. Choose your neighbors. If you like a tribe, leave it alone. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or going to be a problem, go ahead and exterminate it. It's whatever you want to do.
Okay, which tribe should I get to know?
There's a bunch. Some of them you've already met, like the chairman, for instance. I think you should visit the other families on the strip, the Omertas and the White Glove Society, so you know what makes them tick. And there are some important groups farther from the strip, too, like the Boomers, the Great Khans, and the Brotherhood of Steel.
Okay.
Don't stay away too long.
You don't have to be friends with anyone. But you can gain alliances if you want. You basically do as he tells you. He can choose who you like. Problem is now Fortification Hill. But it's lesser of a problem than it might initially appear. I don't like leading though.
You dig this crazy scene or what?
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift of his mark. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the Legion are hereby forgiven. Caesar will not extend this mercy a second time. My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct through our lands. Incidentally, it will interest you to know that the man you seek has fled the Strip and is likely making haste for Caesar's camp as we speak.
Yeah, this is the guy with the whoop on his head. Tell Kaiser I accept his invitation.
Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The Cursor Lucullus will be waiting.
So yeah, this is why it's less of a problem than it initially seems, because the game immediately gives you a problem and then takes it away. So you, at least once you can get there without the fuss. And now we have a reason to go here. Yeah, let's go. I'm not quite sure what I want to do there. Oh, for God's sakes. A huge sneeze there.
You're making me carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, try not to lose my hollow rifle this time.
Does jumping...
And replace our weapons. Old Annabelle. Batman. And what? Maybe some kind of grenade. Yeah. Okay, we are not going north though, are we? No. At least the quest points everywhere. I want to go after Penny. Find Mr. House's hidden bunker buried beneath the Leibniz stronghold. Let's go. We can drink water from their lake. Ah, please, green, go away. Yeah, getting better. Dehydration level has increased. Echo, so this should be a good test for this. It seems like power. Well, it's a powerful pistol. Doesn't just seems like it. It is. Probably won't hit very well even at these ranges, but let's see. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a side trick here. There's some kind of a location there. I want to see what it is. The bunker at the fortification hill, it's a very likely a significant complex of its own, so at least she's using the goddamn weapon. Maybe Arcade would be alive today if he used this as well. At least used some of these better weapons. Pistol is nice to know about. It's a pistol. Firewood cavern. Oh? Fire gecko nest of some kind. That would be my first guess. There's one big problem with pistols. It really is the clip size. Where the hell did she go? Where the hell did you go? Woo 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 woo. Double back. And nothing of real value. Although that's what's of real value seems to change quite often. I'm ignoring pretty valuable stuff at this point, just because I don't want to deal with carrying them around. Legendary fire gecko? Well, that wasn't all that legendary, was it? I guess the sneak attack I got on him really did him in. Is this it? No, there's something going on in the south. Alternative exit. very high radiation levels.
For the Brotherhood. For the Brotherhood.
Okay. Brotherhood, there it is.
Trouble. For the Brotherhood.
I didn't give the weapon to her because it's the best weapon ever, but I give it to her because it's fairly accurate, fairly powerful, and very ammunition. Ooh. So I don't have to keep giving her extra ammunition every 5 seconds. Hopefully, at least. So what the hell was the point of this? Are you the point? Prospector. Batman. Another place to get a fat man. We already have one in full condition. Yeah. Can we quick travel away from here? Right away. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go there. I don't want to go down jumping like this. Do you have any real food? Yes, salient green. Let's eat that. If we see some good food somewhere, we have to pick it up. I don't mean steak, something like dessert salads, deathglow omelets, things like that. Something that I can just pop into my mouth and nutritional concerns are gone immediately. We could take a few of these as snacks. If we get into real trouble with food at this point, I'll just go to some kind of shop and buy everything we need there. I guess I could give her the unique plasma rifle too. Hmm. No, there's a target somewhere very far away there. Is it? I don't see anything interesting. Ah, okay, colors were drained away again. I guess it's the setting sun. Can't go in, can't go in. Cottonwood overlook, can't go in, can't go in. So what the fudge is this? It's very close, but I didn't see anything. That might be something, sure, but what is this? Ooh, there's neutral there. Maybe some kind of hideout? Smith Mesa Prospector. Surely there's no prospectors here so close to Legion. A dog, anyway. I think they were really killed off. Desert salad. Could I make those? We need nuts and cactus fruits. No, I can't. Pork and beef. Thing of much worth, but it's a place to rest. That might be something. Still, there's nothing preventing us from going there later on. No, we can't access that. Not sure if we can access that either. Let's just go meet Kaiser. Cotton. Coke Shack. Oh, can't enter, can't enter. Restaurant. Surprisingly clean. Yeah, real shithole. Cotton Co. HQ. Alright. I'm sure no one will mind if I come here and take some stuff. Not ammunition I have any need for. Yeah, pretty much random ammunition. Die in CR.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider?
Show Mark of C. Kaiser. I was invited.
You wear the mark of Caesar. You must be who Cursor Lucullus is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
Shocking news there. Decanus Semperis.
You're the one Lucullus said would come. You'll find him waiting for you down at the docks. Very well.
What is this place?
Legion outpost. What's it look like? We crossed the river when the profligates fled from Searchlight. From here, we stage raiding parties and process captures.
Sleeping. Yeah. What's your role here?
I'm an officer of the Legion of the rank Decanus. When we encamped, I commanded a contubernium of 8 legionaries. So I command what's left, under the wise leadership of Centurion Aurelius, of course. Are we done then?
Yep.
Wale.
He seems the leader, but he's not who we came here to meet.
Oh, a profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar.
Yeah, partial power armor parts. Probably a very heavy armor. That's some armor you're wearing.
It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors.
You must be the one in charge here.
Of course I am, you fool. I am a Centurion. When Wulpes and Kulta drove the NCR from Searchlight by clever means, Caesar himself ordered me to set up this camp and harass the profligates. It's a modest presence, a single finger of the Legion reaching across the river's narrows. But with me here, it has an iron knuckle.
How do I reach Fortification Hill?
Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you at the docks. He'll take you to Caesar. Wale.
So let's go meet this Caesar too, dude. Ooh, we can visit. Locked hard. Is there a reason this is locked? Yeah, protecting their maze. Let's get things going.
Awe. Awe. Are you ready to head upriver?
Let's go. Who are you?
I am Cursor Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go?
What'll happen at the fort?
You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Caesar himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Caesar has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. That it would be a woman is even more surprising.
I was surprised to see a woman receive the honor.
Women are physically and intellectually inferior to men. Their role is to bear children and ensure the survival of our species. Not to say that all women are equally incapable. I trust Caesar will find a worthy use for you. The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat.
Yeah, and there's the reason I'm not aligned with the Legion. Not with this type of character.
By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items.
What is considered a banned item?
Alcohol and all chems, including stims and other addictive items.
Okay. But medical chems aren't addictive.
Thus is Caesar's will. Do not test my patience.
Okay, keep hold out weapons. Sure, I agree.
Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. Away. True to Caesar.
Okay, we can't start a fight here now. There's no way I'll risk losing it with him.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the
slaves.
burned man again.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word.
Have you met Kaiser?
I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant.
Tell me about the legate.
He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though.
Okay.
Shoot.
Is it dangerous to trade with Legion?
Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off. All right. Have a look.
Show me what you have. Heavy frame revolver, long barrel revolver. Hunting shotgun choke. Yeah, nothing really interesting. Quinoa nuts.
Pleasure doing business with you. Be seeing you around.
And slaves. And slaves. Returned legionary.
True to Kaiser.
And oh, not a crash. Jesus Christ, I took so long I thought it was crash. Usually when the rolling ball on the roulette stops, it's a crash. It's a sort of a, I'm not sure if it's the computer because the game might be old, or is it the actual engine, because area transition crashes are, I think, the most common ones in this type of engine. Also, another variation of that would be the infinite loading bug. Basically, the roulette ball would be continuing spinning forever and forever and forever.
A free woman. It's been a while since I've seen a woman who wasn't a slave. I forget myself. Are you injured?
Are you a doctor?
I never finished my training. The Legion saw to that when they overran my town. I do know basic first aid, but I've had to rely on tribal remedies to treat illnesses and injuries. Healing powders and all that. I'm always running low on Xander root. Plenty of Brock flowers, though.
I'm not going to advise her. I'm going to be going against the Legion at some point, so I don't want to give them any additional resources or better healers or anything else. I don't want to help any of them in any way.
For sale? I'm a slave, not a merchant. I could give you some healing powder every day, but you'd have to be a friend of the Legion.
What do you know about Legate Lanius?
The Legate is not a man to be crossed, especially if you're a woman. That's all I'll talk about it. What do you want to know?
How are women treated around here?
We're property. If you're too young or too old, the men usually leave you alone. Usually. You ought to be careful yourself. I overheard some of the legionaries talking about trying you out.
Yeah. How long have you been slave?
3 years and counting. If I could just get across the river, I'd be free. Not that I'd try it. I've seen what happens when you get caught. All right. Okay.
Yeah. I have no interest in giving up my weapons here.
Stories about the burned man again.
Yeah, in a huge military camp where women are basically property and to be used as breeding cattle, so yeah, we're not gonna be allies. That isn't gonna happen.
You must enter Caesar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
Should have brought something to read.
I'm upping my speech class as much as I can here. Without changing into a sexy clothing. Okay. Yeah, we don't have the fucking chemicals.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Under penalty of death, the prisoner is forbidden to speak with you until Caesar has permitted it.
You're the courier who caused so much trouble for my legion, and yet you dare come before me. Years of meticulous scheming to place a mole at Camp McCarran. Wasted. So tell me this, because I really want to know. I am feared, with good reason. But you, of all people, dare to come here and stand before me, the mighty Caesar. What were you thinking?
You're in possession of something that interests me.
We'll deal with Benny when the time comes. In the meantime, you do know why I wanted to meet you, right? A man nearly kills you, so you track him across the breadth of the Mojave. You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat. You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup. When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started?
What were you looking to start?
The time is fast approaching when my legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching.
I don't think he'll take very kindly to me trying to treat him like some kind of a average client. And I'm in the middle of their camp. I'm not really in any kind of position to demand things. So I'm going to go along with things. But I only intend to do it as long as I can deal with Benny and get whatever I can get out of the platinum chip. After that, I'm done with them. I'll kill every single one of these bastards I'll meet. So what do I have to do?
Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch. And inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried.
And once I'm inside,
I want you to destroy whatever you find in there. And then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
why wouldn't they just send their legionaries to it? He's got a power fist. It has some kind of effect. I don't care about that though.
True to Caesar.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation.
Yeah, I'll laugh later. We have business to discuss.
That we do, baby. That we do. Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go?
He gave me the chip.
Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the Strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig?
Tell me about the factions that want to rule Vegas.
Which greedy overlord do you want to start with?
Mr. House.
Mr. House hides Vegas under his skirt when the bombs fall 1,000 years ago, so it belongs to him? Forever? You buy that? Baby, every boss has a line to explain why he's special. Why everyone's gotta do what he says. You're just figuring that out? Vegas gotta swing, baby. Gotta have pizzazz. Respect where due, but that old man is square to the core.
What about the families?
The chairmen are true blue. The Omertas are degenerates. Never trust them. Or the White Gloves. Just something creepy about them. Set it up right and the families will roll with your caper. You might have to do some convincing.
NCR?
Ain't we covered this? The only thing not bad about them is they ain't Legion. The NCR is the biggest gang of thieves in the Mojave. Only difference is they pass laws to make their crimes legal before they commit them.
You think Kaiser would destroy this Strip?
Nah, just spruce it up with a crucifixion here and there. Come closer so I can step on you. The Legion is twisted, baby. Original losers worshipping the king of creeps like he's some kind of god. They're worse than roaches. My advice? Put on your stomping shoes.
But if my choice is none of the above?
Now you're talking. That is the ring-a-ding move, baby. First base is whatever Mr. House would have you do. Follow orders, rig the game to his specifications. Then, when he ain't looking, you knock him out of the running and find a way to take control of those Securitrons of his. Go see Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Go on.
Tell me more about yourself.
I'm the most interesting person I know.
How did Mr. House introduce himself?
We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up, so we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever.
How long were you the head of the family?
7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made chief. It's how things were back then.
Were you always called the chairman?
No, in the way back, we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with. A gang of ruffians, though, with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairman now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them.
So what happened after you fled the tops?
I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't gonna tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive.
Oh. Caesar says, I get to decide how you die.
Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning?
Do you have a preference?
Yeah. To die in my sleep at a ripe old age after a marathon session of hey-hey with 30 sex-starved broads. You'll set that up? Look, I ain't a harbor for illusions. I ain't expecting to get out of this shindig alive. That's why I'm trying to hand you my scheme, baby. It's called having a legacy.
Haven't made up my mind.
I know, so many options. How do you choose just one?
Yep. Bye.
Ta-ta.
I have no intention of letting him leave or fighting to let him escape.
Some of the slaves have been spreading stories about the burned man again.
Aw, just when the standing around was getting exciting.
It wasn't. This is a pretty goddamn big of a camp. Ah. So this is where you can bring the howitzer parts from the boomers. Helps Legion. If you were a certain type of a man, this would be very attractive probably. But for everyone else, either going your own way, helping the NCR, or screwing everyone is probably your most likely option you'll take. I'm not sure if I want to betray Mr. House. It's not because any kind of deep-rooted loyalty I have towards the man, but I'm quite comfortable with exploring and moving about, being a nomadic person. I don't want to be a ruler of Vegas in any sense. So it depends what Mr. House's plan is. I'm more than willing to let him stay in charge. Hmm. So let's see what secrets this place hides then.